Hello everyone. Mahatma Gandhi Vidya Mandir Sanchalit MHG Junior College Malegaon Camp. Myself Srimati Meshram Kavita. Today's your subject is SP means secretarial practice. And now chapter number 5 deposits. So let's see what content are included in this chapter. First one, acceptance of deposit, and next, terms, conditions for acceptance of deposits. Once again, let's see introduction to deposit. Joint stock company is a large scale organization and its capital requirements are also huge. It raises a capital through internal sources as well as external sources. A joint stock company accumulates its profit, issues bonus shares to its shareholder, which is an internal sources of financial, whereas it issue shares, debentures, and accepts the own capital which is raised by issuing equity shares and preference shares, and the other is a borrowed capital which is raised by issuing debentures, accepting deposits from the public and shareholders, and borrowing loans from financial institutional. Okay, let's see meaning of deposit. Deposit is a loan received by the company from the investors on some terms and conditions of repayment of regular interest and return of principal amount. It is accepted normally for a short period running from 6 months to 3 months. A public company cannot accept a deposit for more than 36 months. Private company are restricted to accept deposit from general public. You know very well it is a chapter to raise a fund through a deposit. Deposit means any deposits of money which a company and any amount borrowed by a company. Now, next point, acceptance of deposit. All company accepting deposit accept. First one, point number 1, a banking company. Point number 2, a non-banking financial company. And point number 3, housing financing company. And point number 4, such other company as the central government will specify have to company with the provisions of a section 73 to 76 of Companies Act 2013. In bracket B, a company's acceptance of or deposits rules 2014 and directive issued by a Reserve
regarding
Bank of acceptance of deposits. So now following chart show which companies can collect deposits from members and from public. Acceptance of deposits so included from members and from public. From members included private company, public company other than eligible company, and eligible public company. So now from public included eligible public company and government company. So deposits included all types of deposited whether a private or public. The amount collected as deposits from the member employee, ex-employees of the company, and public, but it does not include date any month collect from local authority, state or a central government of foreign government, and B its directors and their relatives. C any banking company, nationalized bank, cooperative bank, and State Bank of India. D any other company or employees or as an advance in the course of business. Private company. A private company can accept deposit from its a member or directors or relatives of directors. 2. Public company. Other than eligible company, these companies can accept deposits from its a member or directors. 3. Eligible public company. Their companies can accept deposits from the companies can accept deposit from their members and also from the public eligible members and also from the public company means a company having a new worth not less than rupees 100 crore and B turnover of not less than rupees of 500 crore with which has obtained a prior approval of its shareholder through a specially resolution for accepting public deposits. And next one, terms and conditions for acceptance of a deposit. Amount of deposit included A. Private company. A private company can accept a deposit from its members or directors or relative of directors not than 100% of or relative of director of the person. Its aggregate of paid up shares capital and free reserve. However, certain class of private companies as specified by the Companies Act can accept deposit more than 100% of its aggregate of paid can shares capital and free. B. Public company other than eligible company. These companies cannot accept a fresh deposit from members if the amount of such deposits together with the previous deposits exceeds 25% of the aggregate of the paid up share capital and free reserve of the company. C. Eligible public company. So, what do you mean by eligible public company? So, eligible public company included from the members and from public. So, 1. From the members cannot accept fresh deposits if the amount of such deposits together with the previous deposits exceeds lot of aggregate of paid up share capital and free reserve. Point number 2. From public cannot accept fresh deposits if the amount of such deposit together with the previous deposit exceeds 25% of aggregate of paid up share capital and fresh reserve. D. Government company can accept deposit from public not exceeding 35% of the paid up share capital and free reserve of the paid up share capital and free reserve of the company. 2. Period term of deposit. No deposit can be accepted or renewed, which is to be repaid within a period of 6 months or more than 36 months. Such deposits must have a tenure of a minimum 3 months and the amount of such deposit cannot be more than 10% of aggregate of the paid up share capital and free reserve of the company. 3. No demand deposit. Company cannot accept or renew deposits repayable on demand for secured or unsecured deposit. A company can accept secured or unsecured deposit which should be clearly mentioned in the circular or advertisement inviting deposits. If a company offer secured deposits, it has to create a charge on its tangible assets within 30 days of acceptance of deposit. Point number 5, application form. A company has to provide application. It should contain a declaration by the application that the deposit he is making is not made out of any money borrowed by him from another person. And point number 6, joint names. Company can accept a deposit in joint names of depositor, but there should not be more than 3 names. Next, point number 7, national nominations. Nominations now. Every depositor at any time has the right to nominate any person as a nominee in the event of a death of this depositor. Point number 8, appointment of a deposit trustee. When issuing secured deposits, eligible companies and public company have to appoint one and more deposit trustees. The trustees protect the interest of the depositor in case a company defaults in repaying the depositor. And point number 9, create charge on assets. A company accepting secured deposit from public within 30 days of acceptance has to create a charge on its tangible assets for an amount not less than the amount of deposit accepted. Point number 10, deposit insurance. So deposit insurance is the most important. So that's your security about your deposit. A company need to take a deposit insurance at least 30 days before issue of circular or advertisement if the amount of deposit plus interest on it is up to rupees 20,000. Insurance is to be taken. Point number 11, obtain credit rating. Every company has to get credit rating of its deposits and included the rating in the circular as advertisement. Next, open deposit repayment reserve account. So, every company accepting deposits has to open in a scheduled bank a deposit repayment reserve account every year on or before 30 April. Company has to deposit an amount not less than 50% of the amount of deposits maturing during the current year and following financial year. Deposit receipt. Company has to issue deposit receipts to the depositors within 21 days from date of receipt of money or realization of check. Next, register of deposit. A company has to mention a separate register for deposit accepted or renewed at each registered office. Next, return of deposit. A company has to file on or before a 30th June every year with the registered of companies a return of deposit. And next, interest. The maximum rate of interest on deposits depends upon guidelines given by Reserve Bank of India from time to time.